guys, welcome to another review. Today we're going to be looking at CG Prince Noctis. So this TMR is, well, we'll get into why it's so strange, but for now, I mean, it looks like a hybrid TMR, right? And the little universe damage is pretty good for like a non-STMR at this point. Like at this point in the JP side, you guys, you can't just say, oh, it's a 5-star base, so it should be strong. But like it's not an STMR. It's still good. Like it's this is the FanFest unit and everything, but it's still a 5-star TMR, not an STMR. Now, STMR though is a little strange, and the MP is quite good. I like the attack on the sword. The Olympus damage is a little strange, but this would be good on someone like Onion Knight. CG Onion Knight would like the MP, 100 whole 100 MP plus if you can enhance this. So it would be nice to have the Olympus damage. Is probably only good for certain units, though. Onion Knight's not really needed for his Olympus, so that's still nice if you were to go for that. This is the point of contention here, though. This is his Olympus. Let's drag it down a little bit more. This is his Olympus, so it's a 20 hit, but apparently there's a error, or not an error, like it breaks in between, so it's not a full 20 hit. Like it is, but it's not like it does it all the way through. There's a break in there, so this is the main point of his damage so far, but the damage is not very high, even if you max it. And also the cost is very, very high, I'm assuming that he can get this up pretty quickly. 100 is a lot, so I'm pretty sure there's a ways he can get it. And if you have like 4 of his TMRs equipped, maybe it would be like insane damage. Like your attack wouldn't even be that low because you're getting 40% attack when you equip it. So if you have 4 of them, or at least 2 of them, that'd be pretty good. I think that'd be pretty good damage. Here's some passives. Magic. So he's kind of just the same as like his regular Noctis version, where he has certain things when he equips certain things. Although I'm pretty sure you would want to mainly equip the sword, which is very good. 50% spirit on an attacker is pretty high. So you mean one of your weapons is definitely going to be a sword, and probably the other is going to be the great sword, because you don't really care about those too much. And no, I don't think that this is this part of the passive is not in contingent. I don't know how to say the word. They're not in cahoots with each other. Is basically what I'm saying. I don't think you need to equip these 2 things in order. It's just an add-on to the passive so that they can make more passives for him. I've seen this happen on several other units, so you don't need to equip a light or heavy shield, even though it's you're probably never gonna do that. It's just like on the regular Noctis, you probably don't want to do that unless you made him into a provoke. Like for his regular version, you can make him into a provoke with death resist. That's the only thing I can think of is if you ever wanted to equip a shield onto this guy, because I just don't know why you would want to do that. He does have dodge, so that's nice, just like his regular version. And he does have the counter, just like his regular version. Although I don't know if these are the exact same percentages. They might be. Although I'm pretty sure the magic one isn't there, but maybe it is. Instant killers, which is nice. This is gonna start happening a lot more often, guys. Getting innate elemental resistances are pretty much standard nowadays in this game for newer units, and they're really required, considering how some of these things you were needing such high resistances, and there's a lot of things in the game that are hard to obtain. So this is nice. Onion Knight has something similar to this, so it's very good. Full status across the board. Still don't know why he does magic yet, but maybe we'll get to it. And true dual wield, 50%. So so far he has 50% true dual wield. The W skill, of course. He gets some decent HP, he gets summon damage? What? That must be a lore thing. That must be something lore based. I don't understand why he would have summon damage. There's no reason for that. And also this equipped Esper is also quite nice depending on what Esper you have equipped. He has the same thing like Regina, but we'll get to that. The protagonist buff, some decent stats, and MP recovery. Here he has, say, it's 10% MP recovery. That's not too bad. Kind of needs it. And then some modifiers. These are kind of in 1,000%. We'll get to that. Filler. One turn provoke. That's not good at all, guys. One turn provoke. That's just not long enough. It will not last. It'll end too quick. So you don't have to. This cannot be. You cannot just provoke and just go into something else. You would have to provoke every single turn. So it's just not so good unless you can W skill it. But it does not look like he can. Yeah, you can't. I mean, it'd be too broken, I guess, but like it's just not reliable. And a one-turn provoke is just not good enough. In this day and age, in harder trials, you need like 3 or 4 turn provoke at least. So your unit has proper rotations. That's just not good enough. Some other units have similar to this, except they don't have the MP and HP heal, which is the mods are okay. I mean, it's not 10 MP heal is pretty bad. But it's something. It's a little add-on. It's a little addition. Some stuff similar to like Regina can do with modifier bonuses and stuff like that. It's pretty good. And it has a lot of things to like, just like his regular Noctis version has like this. I remember using this all the time back in the day because there weren't very many revive abilities, so very nice to see this, I guess. This is very nice actually. This is a two combo. You get the break, and you also get the Olympus damage. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. He kind of can act as a breaker, but relying only on 65% for the whole fight, I wouldn't recommend. But for the most part, in most of the fights, for the beginning at least, you can probably use this until you get some thresholds, and you might need higher. Some standard buffs here, and he gains something. We'll look at that. But so far, we haven't really been needing to use any magic, so I'm not sure why he's gaining magic. But maybe we'll get to that. I don't know. And all these moves are just modifiers, just like what Regina does. So we're not really going to get into many of these because they're just... well, I mean, they give Demon Killer, they get modifiers for this move, which will... I guess it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. But this one says there's something else, so we'll look at this one too. But these ones just grant modifiers for this one, and these are pretty high modifier changes. But these are probably very MP heavy as well. I mean, he gets 10 MP per turn, but I don't know if that's going to be good enough. We'll see though. And this is the one, right? No, that's not the one. Where's the one I need? Oh, I guess it is, right? No, this is the one. This sounds something similar to Barrage or like Queen's attack, where she hits over and over again. That's completely outdated and not useful whatsoever. But even if this has a 2,000% modifier, these are not. It's not really good enough. But you can maybe use that as like a finish, like a constant chain capping or something maybe. And then he gets that Quint cast ability. He randomly uses something. I believe this says he did something similar to this, like in the 7-star regular version, where guess this is where the magic comes in. But would you ever want to use any of this stuff? Like, you're not guaranteed to use any of these moves. So, like, you gain the ability of using this move, which is this. The brakes are very low. That's really silly. This move is terrible. Why would you ever want to use this? This move is worse than his other moves, but it does unlock ability, so you probably would never want to use this Quincast ability. It's just not good, and it's unpredictable, and at this point in the game, you can't have unpredictable abilities. For hard boss fights, you have to have... There's a certain procedure you have to follow with every unit, and everybody has to be doing something now. You can't just sit around and do nothing like this guy. So he's just basically a tankier Regina, and if you have Regina and you're fine with her, you probably can just skip Noctis unless you are a Final Fantasy 15 fan, in which case you probably will be going for this regardless if you watch this or not. But I'm just saying, I don't think he's anything that special. I really don't think he's... They tried... They basically, all they did was just take Regina, put her back into the editing software that they use, and change all the ability icons and change the sprite. Because that's just what it feels like to me. They just, they tried to recreate the magic with Regina, and just... You can't do that. You have to make something different. You have to make something interesting. This is not interesting to me. Regina was interesting because she was the first of her kind in something like this, but if you just recreate the same thing and put new on it, I don't think a lot of people are going to buy it. I feel like a lot of people are going to pull for this anyways. I just don't feel like it's worth going for. I don't feel like this guy is worth going for at all, other than just going for regular tickets to get, maybe if you get lucky and you get one of him for the King Mog bonus. But I just don't feel like this guy is worth going for. I don't think this worth that. I don't definitely know this worth. It's worth going hard for this guy. He's not on the same level as hype as like CDN Unite with all that massive burst damage and massive chaining and the massive imperiling. This guy doesn't have anything like that. He doesn't even have a chaining partner other than a dupe, and you have to like perfectly chain it. So this guy is not even the same. Like, I can't say it's not on the same level as Regina, but at least Regina, when she changed her limit burst, there was an AT chain, so you could chain other people with hers, or it would be a lot more consistent. So I just don't feel like this guy's gonna probably flop at some point. I feel like this guy, I'm sure there will be like Kugel out there. One of the JP whales will make this guy and use like 2 of them and clear like a hard trial or something. I'm sure something that's gonna happen, but he's not practical. He's not a practical unit. He doesn't have much supportive capabilities that you would expect someone like this to have, outside of just dealing no burst damage or charging up that one move that gets mod boosted, just like Regina. So I just don't know. Like, if his provoke lasted 3 turns, I would probably raise my score up a little bit. But so far, I just don't feel like he's worth going for with your hard-earned Lapis. I feel like just use some of your tickets, get some King Mog bonus, and be on your way. And wait for the story event banner, or wait for the next King Mog after this one. If you disagree with any of my opinions, that's totally fine. Just leave. If you do disagree with anything I've said, please leave them down below in the comments, though, so I can let you know. I want to know what you guys think, and I can't talk apparently. I'm trying to slow down. So let me know what you guys think about this guy. If you're gonna go for him, if you think it's the same thing as me and you think he's pretty bad, just let me know. From what I've looked at him, his TMR is good, but not really for him. He only gets the hybrid thing and those unlock abilities, which is just not good enough. This STMR would be good to have eventually, but definitely not worth going for him just for the STMR. Maybe down the road you maybe get him on off banner pool or something from the Fest banners. And once again, this guy is a Fest banner unit, so you cannot UOC him. So you have to use Lapis or tickets to get him. So even if this guy was UOCable, I don't think that it would be worth UOCing. This kid is just too Regina-like. It's just not interesting to me. And I've said this for about 5 minutes now, but I just feel like we can move on from this one. We can wait for the next King Mog. So With that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.